Chuck Neff, Carol Williams, and Steve Gray for these stories, plus the adventures of Whistling Sam, tonight on Extra from News Center 2.
It's been 30 years or more since the Iron Horse vanished, but in their prime, these massive black-steeled locomotives numbered in the thousands, puffing steam from burning coal in and out of most cities and towns. The weed-covered rail beds inside Union Station serve as a reminder of the age of steam gone by. The occasional diesel engine hauling Amtrak passengers is all that's left of a once vibrant passenger rail industry. But some people are proving that locomotives, today's museum relics, can turn a profit by doing what railroads are doing now more than ever before, hauling freight. They believe today's high-priced fuels will encourage a new dependence upon steam-powered locomotives. The city of Marion, in sometimes economically forgotten southern Illinois, is 14,000 strong. People work in small stores, small businesses, small industries. They like it that way because a recession can't toss thousands out of work at once. A couple of blocks from the square sits an old brick depot without a roof. Fire did that a couple of years back. The depot was headquarters for a tourist train to the Crab Orchard Wildlife Refuge in a section of southern Illinois known as Little Egypt. Today, instead of tourists, the Crab Orchard and Egyptian Railroad carries piggyback trucks, grain, and lumber.
So far, the railroad hasn't been a startling financial success. We hope that it will be. It's going in that direction, but we feel successful in the fact that we have made the people here happy with us. We package together the various freight cars from a number of shippers so they can be handled quickly and efficiently by the long haul or trunk line carrier.
The Crab Orchard, its owners say, is the only common carrier steam-powered railroad in the country, perhaps in Mexico and Canada too. And number 17 is what provides the steam. It's a 4,000 horsepower steam engine bought for a bargain $15,000 back when Crane and his partners decided to buy the line after it was abandoned by the Illinois Central Gulf. Number 17 was built in Canada in 1940. Not old by any means for a locomotive designed to last 85 years or more. But number 17's real endurance is in her ability to work a hard 12-hour day on just one $30 ton of coal. Pennies compared to the cost of running more than one oil-fired diesel to do the same amount of work. One of its regular stops, the P&S Grain Company, where a half-dozen hoppers are taking on grain for shipment overseas. Owner Raymond Waldron's business and the farmers who sell him grain rely on the rail service for economic success, even survival.
Well, if the Crab Orchard and Egyptian happened to go out of business and we wasn't serviced by any other railroad, our grain shipments would have to turn to truck. And the cost of trucking would way offset the profit in the grain. The smaller farmers, naturally, they wouldn't have the trucking facilities to haul their grain 50 or 60 miles to the next terminal, so some of those would be forced out of business.
The predictions are the same from just about every businessman along the line. They depend upon rail service for receiving products and shipping goods. At Wallahan Lumber, the CO&E delivers just one carload of lumber each month, but even that helps save costs.
We feel by having stuff come in by rail is it's quite a bit less expensive. Energy-wise, it's a heck of a lot more efficient and use a lot less oil to ship by rail than it does by truck.
Easy.
Freight volume on the CO&E has increased steadily in the first 3 years, with revenues now exceeding expenses.
When we took over the railroad line, the amount of traffic was such that if it were to continue that way, it would be a loss operation. We have since then added enough shippers to the line, enough traffic to the line, that it is no longer a loss operation. But we yet have a lot of losses from that loss period to recover. If we have more and more shippers, more industrial development in this area, we'll have industries together that help support each other to make this a strong industrial area.
Already there are signs that a stronger industrial area is developing, thanks to the small but efficient railroad. Alongside the piggyback ramp at the western end of the line, a beer distributor is building a warehouse. The stock will arrive at the company's own siding and be shipped from there by truck. Wholesaler Jack Murray hopes this new relationship with the railroad will save $22,000 in the first year alone.
Where I am now, the rail's across the street. It's a lot of problems to unload. It probably takes me maybe 6 to 8 hours to unload a rail car. When I get out here, I think I can do it in an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Murray is just one new customer for the CO&E. There are 25 in all now, triple the number of 3 years ago. That kind of dependence upon a steam-driven short line convinced the city of Marion to finance the purchase of the railroad right-of-way for $200,000.
We feel that the city has an obligation, the city government has an obligation to improve the economy of the city, to make possible new jobs, keep jobs that we have. Without this railroad, people would be out of work. We would lose sales tax. Some of these businesses, some of our small industry would be out of business.
Try working at wrench. No, that's definitely that one there.
What makes this railroad run is the business drive and determination of Hugh Crane, along with the railroad experience and hard work of Crane, the other owners, and employees. Crane refuses to talk about the sentimental aspects of a steam engine railroad. He'd rather talk about the new business he plans to cultivate as an energy-short nation returns to a form of transportation that moves bulk freight with less fuel.
Railroads are projected to double the amount of traffic they handle in the next 10 to 20 years.
Crane and the Crab Orchard plan to be here during the boom.